7 years ago, I was fighting for my life, battling cancer, and now I spend my mornings trail running, hiking, making bread, and saying yes to things that used to scare me. This channel is about building a life that feels wildly worth living. Let's go back 7 years.
Hey guys, so this is my first video and I am so exhausted today, and it's weird because with cancer, like, you get this thing called mucositis and it makes it so you can't, like, it's just really hard to explain, but. So with my type of chemo, they give me methotrexate and it makes it so I get really bad mouth sores and also makes it so I get throat sores and mucositis, and mucositis is probably like the worst thing. I hate it so bad. But last time on round 1 of chemo when I got mucositis, they had this thing at the hospital. It literally saved my life. I hate the hospital. A while now, you got me feeling like a child now.
Well, this is the sound of Brianna's last chemo finishing up. It is 6:40 on June 25th, and she is done. She fell asleep because she took some Benfen. So that's okay because the family is coming to ring the bell at 7:30. We didn't think it would be done by now, so we're gonna let her sleep, but I just wanted to take a video of this moment. Congrats, Bree. You are done. I love you. You did it.
Hey guys, it's Memorial Day, so I decided to go on a hike because I haven't hiked in like probably 2.5 months or 3, so yeah. Oh, I found that I have the weirdest cravings at the weirdest times. Like my last round I wanted lemon heads, and then the 2 main things I ate was watermelon and Otter Pops, and that's why I just, ate an Otter Pop because it's like the only thing that sounds good. And like I had Chick-fil-A and I tried everything. I literally tried everything. I had Panda Express and like literally everything you could think of. I asked and I tried it and I literally ate 1 bite. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, so this is literally how I drink my water. So I take it and I syringe some water out, and then obviously my feeding tube's right here, and literally and it's the weirdest feeling. I can feel it going down my throat and I feel like it's like in my ear. It's really weird, but it's what works.
A little bit of backstory for those of you who don't know. I was diagnosed with cancer 7 years ago in 2019. 2019 was kind of the best year for a lot of people. 2016 and 2019, honestly, some of the best years for people, but for me, 2019 was terrible. And that's because that was the year that my life flipped upside down. And I'm not telling you this for pity, but more so to help you know that you can come back from something like this and build a life that's amazing and so enjoyable. Like I said, 7 years ago, I spent probably around 5 months on and off in the hospital, and my days really didn't look all that interesting.
Wait, here we go. Okay, Brianna just got unhooked. How do you feel?
Good.
You're free.
I'm just tired. I'd be a lot more excited if I wasn't tired.
Okay, go back to sleep.
It mostly consisted of sitting in bed, getting chemo pumped into my stomach. I had a port right here and I still have a little scar. So what they did is they would insert the port, and then I would get a needle about this, probably this long, inserted, and they would take my lab test, draw blood. And a lot of the times when I was in the hospital, it was mostly just me sitting there with my pole. And on this pole, it's kind of like tracking your blood pressure, making sure you're okay, and then there's a bag with all of the drugs that were being pumped into my body. It wasn't a very fulfilling life. I mean, how could it be? I remember doing cards and crafts, and it was great. I had so much support and it was awesome. I did end up losing all my hair, which I have now grown back to even longer than it was before, which I'm so grateful for. When I did lose my hair, it was as if I had lost my entire identity. And the reason I'm telling you this is because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I thought actually going through cancer was going to be the hard part of this journey. But I want to go ahead and talk about the years after I rang the bell and became cancer-free. After I rang the bell, a lot of different emotions came into my mind. Oh my goodness, my hair is gonna grow back. I'm gonna start feeling good. I'm gonna feel like myself again. I'm gonna jump right back into life and everything's just gonna be grand and beautiful. A newsflash, that was not the way it was. Which, like, what can you expect? I remember going back to school and feeling like a completely different person. Obviously, as someone who's bald, you kind of feel a little awkward, you kind of stand out in a different way. And I remember trying to interact with my friends and I just felt so unlike myself. And I remember thinking, wow, my life has changed forever and it's never gonna get better. I'm never gonna feel like myself. I'm gonna feel like this person who life has been just flipped upside down and nothing will ever change for the better.
Hi, future Brianna. When you're watching this, it's gonna be the exact time you need to watch it. I'm just really missing my old self right now. For whatever. Just, please, just don't let yourself be sad. Just live in the moment and just go for everything. Bye.
I remember 2-3 years after my treatment, I started to kind of lean more back into things I liked.
Hi, I'm Brianna, and this is my wish experience.
I started running again, and I was starting to be outside more, which was great. But still, the social aspect of it was just off. And the reason I'm telling you this is because interacting with others and being social plays such a vital role in having a life that feels wildly worth living. It came to a point where I knew that this wasn't gonna work for me anymore. I couldn't hide in my room, I couldn't be on my phone all day, I couldn't do it anymore. I had to actually get out there and start living. This took years. And guys, I'm still working on it right now. So if you're not good at it yet, give yourself some grace, give yourself time. It's now been 7 years after I rang the bell and completed treatment, and everything is just so beautiful. I wake up every day, the sun is shining, I have oxygen in my lungs, I can breathe, I can sit up in my own bed without feeling like I'm gonna pass out. There's just so many good things to life. And it's all the little things, which I never realized before. The things that would matter most to me are things money could never, ever, ever buy. One of the main things I actually got into the past couple years is running, which I know a lot of people have gotten into, but this is actually one of the greatest blessings of my life. I have now started to trail run, which trail running is very scary, especially because mountain lions, and I'm afraid that one's gonna jump out of bush. But other than that, love trail running. I'm so grateful for it. And I also do road running. I was actually able to complete my first marathon back in, I think it was June of 2024.
I just woke up and I'm about to run the marathon and I'm so nervous but so excited. I think it's gonna be so good and I have everything I need and the best husband ever to support me, so it's gonna be great. I just finished the marathon here with Robbie. He brought me food to every station and actually the best husband ever, and I'm so glad he did the marathon.
And then I completed my second marathon this past year in October of 2025. 3, 2, 1. I was shooting for sub 4 and I got a 3:28, which is just amazing. This was actually the marathon that I promised myself I would complete years ago, right when I finished treatment. And it was a very full circle moment. All of these years has taught me that healing takes time, and it's not linear, and it's never going to be. But the life that I'm building right now is amazing. It's so simple, it's slow living, and I couldn't ask for anything more. And so, what am I doing now? What I'm doing now is I feel so pulled creatively to help people know that there is another side to trials. There is another side to whatever hard you've gone through that is just beautiful. And I kind of like to think of it as just like a butterfly. And when I was going through cancer, I was in my cocoon, and after I rang the bell, still in the cocoon for a couple years. And now I have just grown into this butterfly who can take her wings and fly wherever she wants. That is so cheesy. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at here. Life really does get better, and I want to show you that. It doesn't have to be super boring or mundane, but it's things like going for a trail run, going for a hike. My husband and I have been so into hiking lately, which has been great. Things like that, along with just hanging out with friends, going to watch a sunset, or I don't know, cleaning your kitchen. My kitchen's kind of a disaster right now. My husband and I live in a little dinky apartment, and it doesn't matter. I wanted to start creating videos for you to help inspire you, show you that this life is worth living and it can actually be so much better than you think it is. Follow along if you want to see some more of my journey, some more trail running content, hiking, making sourdough, showing you that this life really is amazing. We're going to be doing some fun challenges on here as well, trying to get out of our comfort zone because that's something I struggle with. And it's just gonna be great. So if you're someone out there who is currently in the depths of your struggle, just know I hear you and I'm with you. And we are going to get through this together, and you're gonna come out the other side with a completely new perspective on this life. And you may lose some parts of your old self, and that's actually not a bad thing. That's what happened to me. And you're gonna gain so many new amazing parts of yourself that you can carry on with you into whatever you want to do. Join me on this journey. We're gonna do this together, and let's make this life wildly worth living.